What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth, a brand new Tokyo Ghoul game brought to you by Bandai Namco, so do keep that in mind. The game just came out today, so if you do want to download the title, it is now globally available and ready to roll. Now, FG, what is Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth? Well, I think the very best place to start is in combat, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to do a world boss raid, and the reason why we're going to do that is because I pulled a couple of SSRs in my tutorial summon, so I ripped through the storyline mob so fast that you can't even really see combat. So we're gonna go all out and fight Al in this video to kind of show you what combat is like, because he'll be able to kind of stand up to my attacks. So here we are. Here is the combat screen, and I'll kind of explain what's going on here. So over here on Al, he has an HP bar and these yellow bars right here. And these represent something called weapon durability, and it kind of functions as a break system. So the more damage I do, the more combos I do to Al, I will eventually break his weapon. And once I've broken his weapon, he'll take more damage, and I'll also reset all of my attacks. So my attacks on my side over here, so as you can see, I have 6 units brought into combat. My attacks are represented by these numbers here. So 4, 6, 4, 5, 5, and 3. This represents how many times I can attack via taps, yes taps, before I run out of attacks. However, if I am lucky enough to break him, it resets the number and I can continue attacking and tapping, doing even more damage. Now, in addition to that, since I have a backline squad here as well, there's a thing called shifts. So once, let's say, for example, I do 4 attacks with Yamori, I can shift to Kaneki in the back and do his 6 attacks as well. But as you can see, there's a limit of 3 shifts in the beginning of combat, but every single turn, it regenerates 1 shift, all right? That's a lot to take in, but don't worry, it'll all make sense here in a second. So let's go ahead and attack. So I'm gonna attack 4 times, 4 times, 5 times. I'm gonna switch to my back line, keeping my combo going. As you can see, I just broke his armor. As you can see, all of the attacks have now reset, so I can do the same thing again. I'm gonna switch to Kaneki, do some more damage there, and now I'm out of shifts and I'm out of ability points. So I can no longer do attacks, I'm out of shifts, that ends my turn. And that is combat inside Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. It's very tap-tastic, if that's a word. As you build up attacks, as you can see, you'll build up this blue bar, which is an ultimate meter. So units do have an ultimate attack. And as you can see, they also have weapon durability as well. So the same thing I'm trying to do to him, he can do to us. So let's go ahead and do some more attacks here. Got my ultimate, so we'll go ahead and cast it. There you go, just kind of increases my attack and defense. Do a few more attacks. I do have a shift, so let's shift here. 4 attacks there, did not break him. So that ends my turn. I have no shifts and I have no attacks. The game also has an elemental system as well, so red beats green, green beats blue, and of course light and dark cancel each other out. The game does have an autoplay, but it doesn't take advantage of your shifts properly. So if you really want to do the maximum combos and the maximum damage, you're definitely going to have to play this on manual. So here we go, shifting, out of attacks, out of shifts. That ends my turn. And there you go. And this is the reason why I wanted to show you in a world boss mode. I cannot do all of these attacks on story mode at this point. Powering up here, getting more powerful. Oh, almost one-shot me, but I'm still good. I'm still good. All right, let's start over here. Do our ultimate. That should break you. I'm probably gonna re-roll in this game because Yamori is not a guy that I like at all. Like, not even a little bit. But I did break him. Let's keep the combo going. Got another ultimate here. I think this is the guy that makes the mask, right? I only saw season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. Don't yell at me, all right? I don't know all of these characters. I definitely don't know these Rebirth characters at all. But I've only seen season 1. I definitely need to jump on it and see season 2 so I can see what else is going on. There you go, out of shifts, out of attacks. We got 2 more turns before we're forced to retreat. And of course, this is like a world boss mode that you've seen in any game. You're trying to do as much damage as you possibly can. Based on that damage, you will be ranked against other players, etc., etc. Down he goes. I did not like him in the anime. He was the creepiest thing you've ever seen. So I'm probably going to try to re-roll and get some of my more favorite Ghoul characters instead. Get him, Kaneki. Good damage there. Let's keep on tapping, keep that combo alive. If I drop my combo, I automatically lose the ability to do a shift as well. I'll take that off your hands. I actually don't know what that does. But I'm about to do my normal ultimate. Here it goes. Smack you in the face, do tons of damage, 6 attacks of Kaneki, 3 attacks over here. I could have sworn I saw this game advertised as a tap game earlier on, like maybe like a year ago. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if so, because it is very tappy. Alright, let's see here. Got one more turn left, and then I'll show you the rest of, oh, that's it actually. Retreat, we're done. It'll tally up our damage. We'll get some rewards based off of that. We'll be ranked, etc., etc. So, why on earth did I choose human side? I'm, of course, a ghoul representing, but I'll show you what happens here. So let's go over here to the home screen, and I'll kind of show you what the flow of the game is like. They tried to do a really good job in kind of setting the theme of, you know, the city, the humans versus the ghouls in the city. So when you first begin the game, you will be randomly assigned a side. So you have no choice in the matter. It's either going to affiliate you with humans or ghouls. And basically after the season ends, there is an RNG chance that you will be assigned to humans or ghouls again. You never know. So you do not get to choose your affiliation. So based on this, there's basically a running tally of territory points. So everything that you do in the game other than the story mode builds up territory points for your side. The more points you get, the more rewards you accrue. So if you go over here, you can kind of get a feel for, you've got to go way down here for people like me. But as you can see, you kind of go up this ladder here and you get vouchers to do summons. If you're really good, you can get yourself some white-haired Kaneki parts, etc., etc. So basically, that's kind of how the game tried to make the theme of the anime into the game. So you're constantly fighting back and forth between the humans and the ghouls over this city. All right, so let's take a look at the different modes inside Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth, starting from left to right. So number 1 is Dispatch. Now you might recognize this mode from all kinds of hero collectors. Pretty straightforward. What you do is to select a mission, you send up to 5 characters on a mission. They'll come back in 2, 3, or 4 hours with materials, as well as gain territory points for your side. However, this is actually a bigger and more integral part in this game than other hero collectors, and I'll kind of explain why. So if we go back over to our team here, and we'll take a look at our roster, as you can see, your team is separated from character units as well as dispatch units. Now your character units can be used in combat as well as dispatch. However, your dispatch units can only be used in the dispatch mode, and they have special skills which allow them to be better at that mode, including, like, you know, making your percentage chance go up, as well as making sure that the duration is a little bit shorter and things of that nature. So do keep that in mind when you're re-rolling in this game and kind of using your currency and your vouchers. You might get a character that you really like, and they might only be a dispatch character and vice versa. So that is that. So let's go back over here to dispatch. So like I said, you will take up to 5 of your units, send them out on a mission, and depending on what the percentage chance of victory is, it opens up a different mode. So let's say you go out on a mission, you have a 50% chance to fail, and you fail. So what happens is all of the units that you sent out on that mission that failed go into this capture screen right here, and you will not be able to use them in dispatch mode until you go and rescue them. So this is where it gets a little bit more involved than most other hero collectors. So let's say you have 5 units that got captured in your dispatch mode, so you send an attack team to go rescue them, and they fail too. Guess what? They are also captured, but not to worry. Once they're gone for a set duration, they will come back to your team over time. But this allows you to kind of go and save them to send them back on dispatch missions as well. So this game tries to take that very popular and very kind of, par for the course mode that we see in lots of other hero collectors and tries to make it a little bit more integral in this game. So you're going to be constantly sending out units on dispatch missions, constantly failing, constantly trying to rescue them, all while building points for your team and trying to get as many territory points as you possibly can. So that is that. In addition to that, there's also an incident mode, which also allows you to build territory points. This is very reminiscent to resource grind missions that you see in other hero collectors. So in this game, every single character is represented by elemental type. So for example, you're looking for red elemental types to upgrade your red unit, so you will fight these missions, and as you can see right now, based on what ward it's in, there is a 40% more EXP bonus to your territory points if you do this. So you're always constantly trying to get as many territory points as you possibly can. And of course, paying attention to this ticker that kind of leads you to where you're most needed. So more to come on that as I kind of explore this. Once again, this is a first impression. So if there's a little bit more intricacies to these modes, we'll kind of explore that in a future video. Strike is your PvP mode. I have not been able to do this just yet. I showed you the raid mode at the very beginning. And then last but not least, there is a tactics mode, which is basically consumables, which will allow you to get buffs on your account. So let's say you're doing incident modes and you're trying to get more XP, you can pop one of these for 30 minutes or pop a credit bonus for 30 minutes, things of that nature. That applies to Strike as well as Raid. So hopefully that gives you kind of a general idea of what it's like to play Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. So I think they did a decent job trying to make sure that the ghoul and human battle over the city kind of stays in the forefront. But of course, as we play the game more, we'll see how much that actually kind of flows into your day-to-day gameplay. So that is that. So we talked about dispatch, capture, incidents, strike, raid, and tactics. I think the final thing that we have to do in this video is to do one summon. Here are the current banners that are in the game right now. I have no idea who any of these Rebirth characters are. I haven't seen the manga or anime or whatever, so I'm gonna kind of avoid that banner. Multi-summon will cost you 50 there. You have a launch one that's a little bit cheaper, so we're at 30, and you get a guaranteed SR or higher. Once again, I don't know these characters, so I'm probably just gonna do this one here because these are the characters that I actually recognize. So we have Toka here, white-haired Kaneki, and then you have Shu. You can do the human side, which I will pass on. I've already done my little multi-summon voucher. So when you re-roll in this game, basically when you re-roll, you will get one tutorial roll. So you can pretty much get any SSR in that tutorial roll. It'll take you about 10 to about 20 minutes to kind of re-roll an account. You have to delete the app, reinstall it, and then redo the tutorial. So it's not the fastest thing in the world. You definitely, if you have access to like things like Nox and BlueStacks, do that so you can kind of run multiple instances at the same time. But once you do that, you will get a tutorial summon, and you will also get one of these voucher summons as well. So when you reroll your account, ensure that you use your tutorial summon and your voucher summon before you decide that the account is trash and you want to kind of continue on. So that is that. So I'm currently in the process of kind of re-rolling multiple times. So let's see if we get anything good here. All right, so here is the summon animation, and we'll be able to see that's just rare. We got a super rare there, rare. No SSR in this summon, unfortunately. This account will be re-rolled. We got Toka's brother here, and it's been a while since I've seen the anime Yomo. This guy, Naki, yeah. We got a Shu there. We got another, there's another Renji, right? And then we got, wow, we got a Cafe Kaneki. We also have like, what is this? Cardigan Kaneki? Who did I get right there? Go to roster. And I don't know how to see right off the bat if they're character or dispatch units. So we got a few different dupes of Toka's brother here. And like I said, in the future, we'll kind of deep dive more into the actual game and the intricacies of the, you know, what dupes are used for and things of that nature. Let's see here. And then dispatch. So I didn't get any dispatch units in that role, so none of them say new. So like I said, I'm not exactly sure how to see the difference between which ones are which when you do the summon. Let's see here. Yeah, so more to come on that one. Interesting. All right, well, that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hopefully you got an idea of what Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth is all about. I'll definitely be playing this game a few more days to kind of get the feel for it, and we'll make a follow-up video at that time. So once again, guys, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later. Cardigan Kaneki. All right, interesting. I'm out.